Alright, so we start on a D-shaped D here to E-shaped G minor, right? E-shaped E minor. E minor shaped E minor, that's nice. Now the G minor, E minor shaped E minor, right. Now the G minor shaped F sharp minor in the key of, okay, the G minor shape, we're going to take that one shape up. One shape up from G minor is E minor. We don't have to look at G minor and say, hey, the parent of G minor is the A shape. Okay, so let's see. I got an A shape here. Okay, then I have my G shape here. Then I have my G minor shape here, like this. Okay. Okay, now I can move that A shape up to a G shape there. Okay. Okay, then I can take my G shape and go ahead one to an E minor shape there. Skip all that. Just go from G minor to E minor. Cage works for minors too. See, you see what I was doing? I was looking at the relative, going to the relative major cage or position and then taking its relative minor by going ahead. So we're always going ahead one letter in cage when we're going up this way. Here, I want a G minor shape, but I want to go to the next one. I can't play my G minor without doing one of these half positions. Or if I take the capo off, we can do a G minor. Where were we? Where were we? We can do a G minor shaped, what is that? It's a G minor. Okay. So we can do our G minor shaped G. Here's our D. Okay, now G minor shape. Isn't that nice? You know what we've essentially got going on here. This is hurting my wrist a little bit, but okay, so we can get that G minor shape, but not if we have the capo, if we're playing it like you would play it if this is your fret knot. So instead of doing that half position, which is a 7th chord, okay, for that, it's a 7th chord, right? We're going to take it up one caged letter. So if we're looking at a G, we're going to be looking at C, A, G, E. So we're going to play E minor there. So we've got 1 major, 2 minor, 3 minor. Okay, then we go to the G shape over here. 4 major, 5 major. Okay, and then we go to the C minor shape, same thing. Now here's the C minor half shape because I've kind of memorized it. It's a little harder with the capo, but okay, what's the 6th, the relative 6th? There's the B minor. Actually, this chord starts with an F sharp, but it does, you know, it skips. It doesn't just play the triad, right? So that's our 6, our B minor, our half-shaped C. Now it's a C, what are we going to call it? It's a C minor shaped, C minor 7th shaped B minor 7th. Half position. Easier, take it up one letter encaged, little C goes to little A, and we're right here. So from the 5th, just same thing. up, we're going to drop that fifth again and get that half diminished easy. There's probably another note we're missing here. And then back up to the fourth of that A, which is an A-shaped D. So what's more important for today is we're going to talk about the cutout scales. Okay? That's what we're going to talk about, the cutout scale. So what kind of a scale would we play along with this? Let's look. In the D shape, okay, in the D shape, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't play this because we have the capo there. Okay, we can't play this. Here's the capo, here's the fret knot, whatever it is. Okay, so this is out. We don't play this. It's sunken. So now we only have this to work with. Now let's do play away first. So we'll do our D. We're going to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3. And we can just play the chord again. Okay, now when we take it 2, 3, 4, it's important to count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In play away, see the doubled 6 one out of the little cage? The cutout, we're just going to go 4, 5. Okay, that's why, let's get cursor mode for a second. That's why it's 4, 5 cutout. It says right there, 4, 5 cutout. Okay, so that's going to be our string shape cutout. Remember, we can't play this, it's sunken. It says it right there, and it's also in blackened notes. Okay, so that means don't play them unless we want to play them. The 4 and the 7 we're going to play because we're doing a diatonic scale. To do just a D-shaped pentatonic would be 2, 3, 5, 6, root 2, 3, root 2, 3, 5, 6, on up into the next pentatonic scale from the D, the next cage letter rather. D goes to C again. Okay, root 2, 3, 5, right there. Root is D in this case, the purple note. Okay, so that's just a check. I wasn't playing it by looking at it, but I saw it, and I knew we were in D, so it helps. But I don't play particularly. Oh, D. Wait a minute. Where's the G, where's the F sharp? Okay, it would be the note below the red one. Okay. Oh, then I can play all the other colored notes? No, because you can't play the white. You can't. White's a color, because that's. So you can't always do it by the notes, but you can in the key of C. You can do it by the colored notes. A lot easier. All right, so let's finish this up. Instead of going on up to the next position from D is the C position where we finish in root 2, 3, 4, 5. We want to stay in this little cage here. So we're going to cut out at 4, 5 and take 6, 7 root. Okay, so we got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4. Okay. Instead of going 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Okay, so we've got our different shapes, say in the D box. D, and its relative is C, the C minor. Okay, relative sixth rather is the C minor shape. This is going this way. Alright, and we can just play that same scale. Okay, so remember the D cutout scales, 2, 3, 4. We're playing the 4 now, because we're not doing pentatonics. 5, 6. Okay, we can't play this if we have the capo there, so we can take the 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3. But we want the cutout so we can exploit, not just to stay in the cage, because we were out of the cage with the 7 and the 3, but that didn't bother us because we couldn't play that anyway. We need these. But we want to exploit, we want to play these guys, this 6 and the 2. We don't want to play it up here. We want to play it down here so we can use it with the notes. So you got that D-shaped root up there. See how you can work that melody in? Now don't just memorize this. You have to count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Look at right here. You got to count this. You know, memory just comes by itself. That's when it's the best and the easiest, when you just remember something so easy. Now it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you could take 4, 5, 6 up to 7, root 2, 3, 4, 5. But then you're going to have a little trouble if you're playing in the open arena down here. We got a G-shaped fourth? Yeah, we got a G-shaped fourth. Now what's its relative? Go this way. E minor. Now play a little bit of the scale. You just play a little bit of the scale. We're right here, right? So you go to the fifth. You can play an A7, everybody knows you just drop the middle note. Here's our 4, 5. What's 4? The fourth of the root is the dominant 7th of the 5th. Right there. Sorry, this is the 6 and the 7. Sorry about that. So that's what's going on with using the cutout scale. We can work a little bit more up top there. The same thing works with, so, and then we also, cage works with minors. Just take the minor, the next minor. So let's say we got a G minor here and we don't want to play it. So we got our D here. Want to go to the G minor shape. It's going to be this one, right? That goes like this, We don't want to play that, so we're going to go to the next cage letter up is to the E minor. Okay? For the third minor, and then to the G shape. Hey, we're out of time. It's been great. If you like these videos, like and subscribe to Andy's Free Guitar Chart videos. It's been a good lesson. Good luck and keep watching.